let's take a trip to way back
Uh-huh.
and talk a little bit about stuff. All right, so let's time warp. All right. So, what do you have for your way back?
Oh, I, I'm always stuck on the same things, and a lot of times it revolves around like beauty and plastic surgery, and I don't know why. Maybe because I'm getting older and I think about plastic surgery. No, I don't. I don't think I would ever have any like facelift thing because that just scares the heck out of me. Like I see enough
Right.
watch stories that I'm like, it's
Oh
okay,
my
I'll
gosh.
take a wrinkle. But anyway,
Oh,
back in the 70s, the difference between today, we're so subtle in our makeup and everything. But back in the 70s, bright blue, vibrant eyeshadow, really,
oh my Lord.
big, big bottom eyelashes, right? Massive amounts of sparkle and the feathered hair, which mine is almost feathered, like Farrah Fawcett. Maybe I'm going back in time with my hair. Uh, it's changed a lot. Obviously, like the trends in beauty and stuff like that, they change like every year. It's
Hmm.
so with magazines and stuff, they say how frequently that things change in our world today. It's to sell more products, right? Sell more styles, sell more clothes. So they're constantly changing the fashion trends, and so that you'll spend more money and you'll buy more things. Okay, well, advertising and marketing way that sounds great. Um, for me, I couldn't possibly keep up with that. And then the other popular plastic surgery, and I bring up plastic surgery a lot because I hate the trends of plastic surgery today and what people are doing to themselves for whatever bizarre reasons. Um, but back then it was basically three things, right? So one of those things still remains as one of the most common plastic surgeries, and that's the boob job. But back in the 80s, it was a nose job or a facelift. Those were your choices really for plastic surgery. And you know, I get it. I mean, it all makes sense. But and today now we have like weird big butts. We have like big huge lips. I don't know. I just obviously it's a sign of me being older that I don't get it. But why why make such drastic changes to yourself, and then what happens when that little trend changes? What do you do? So anyway, those are the little beauty tips that I brought up. I also looked up a little bit more about cancel culture, and if we have time, we'll talk about cancel culture
Oh
later.
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
Uh, it's funny because I was looking at all the stuff, and my husband and I feel the same way about a lot of stuff. We're basically the same person, but just in
yeah,
the two gender forms. And so his thing is he likes the natural beauty of women. He doesn't like them to wear a lot of heavy makeup and stuff like that. And we look at oh shoot, Don Johnson's wife, Melody Griffith. She has used to be a beautiful woman and she messed her face up. The
yeah,
thing is, when you start altering yourself to make yourself look more beautiful, well, you kind of end up on the opposite end of stuff.
yeah,
And and some of the other women that oh, Nicole Kidman. We were watching the Aquaman movie the other night, and Nicole Kidman has done some stuff. She used to be gorgeous. And the thing is that I feel that when you start messing with your beauty goes away when you start doing that because it just deforms your face. And
yeah,
so she doesn't look anything like she used to back when she was married to Tom Cruise and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I get it. We're so used to looking at ourselves in a certain light. I used to be 100 pounds soaking wet, and that's not the case anymore. But, I'm trying to change things. If you try and take your time and do things the right way and
mhm,
age gracefully, I think that makes you more beautiful than anything you ever did back when you were younger.
yeah. I agree. Kelly, yes, permanent eyebrows is another one.
Oh my
Permanent
goodness.
things that change your face to me are going to be a struggle at some point when that fad changes. Like
Yeah.
right now, oh, the big, kind of stenciled eyebrows and whatever. That's great, but you make it permanent. What happens next year when now thin eyebrows are back in?
Mm.
Um,
Yep.
so yeah, and Jane, I agree. I love makeup and beauty and stuff like that. I, it's not like it's a hobby or passion, but I do put makeup on every day and try to do my hair or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just part of what I do.
Yeah. And we want to feel good about
Yeah.
ourselves. But after a while, when does it stop? You know?
I mean, I think people get addicted to plastic surgery. They do it once and that one, like say a facelift, let's say. They
Hmm.
do it once and that one makes them feel really good, you
Yeah.
know? But then like, wow, that made me feel so good and look so good. I'll do it again.
Hmm.
Um, you know, and also, when we're talking about movie stars, right? They have that stress of they're not going to get a job if they get older, right? So they do the plastic surgeries in hopes to keeping their career relevant.
Right. Well, and I think they get themselves into a certain mindset when they're playing the lead role and stuff. And when they have to finally realize that they're no longer the lead role,
There's a
unless
mother.
they're playing older women, they're
Yeah.
usually going to play the mom or the grandma or stuff like that. And it's like, okay, it's time for the new generation to go ahead and shine. And you just play the supporting part,
Yeah.
and a lot of them don't want to do that.
It's hard for all of us to get older, but
It
I find
is.
it interesting that the changes in beauty from years ago. I think it was a little simpler. Now it seems very complicated. But anyway,
Absolutely.
good morning, Sam.
Yes. So
Anyway,
my way back,
yeah,
or back in the day, so I'll probably be the toy person because there's so many toys that we had back
okay,
then that these kids today have no idea what it is. So I did a lot of the creative type stuff. So if it had anything to do with drawing or creating or something like that, I was into that. But do you remember you were talking about fashion stuff like that a little bit? Do you remember
yeah,
color plates? Let me just
yeah.
flash that up there. Remember
Oh
these?
my
You
gosh,
put a piece of paper on top and you just kind of
ah,
etch it
I
out.
love those.
That was fun stuff.
That is so. That and color forms. Like I loved both of those.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
the color forms were more like the I don't even know if it's called color form. It was something like a plastic thing, like, and you would put a face and a dress and a shoes on. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you would actually design your own fashion. You just
Yeah,
take those plates and you put them on the side there, and then you would rub them and then you color them in.
yeah,
But I come from a I come from a long line of, creative and artistic people. So the only thing that I was always having problems with was hands and feet and faces. So I would actually take the plates after I
um,
drew the
yeah.
dresses and stuff, and then I would use that for their face.
I loved all that stuff, and I also loved the. I think we talked about it before. The head like this with the hair, and you could put makeup on it and do its hair. It was just like a head, like of a
Yeah.
woman. I don't know what it's called. Um, but yeah, apparently fashion and beauty and stuff has been important all my life. Um, the peel up outfits, the clingy
Yep.
plastic things.
Yep. The color
Some of
forms.
them were toys. Let me see if I wrote down some toys. Ba-dum. Well, I know. Okay. Well, speaking of toys too, did anyone have those roller skates that were like metal and you attach them
The
to your
metal
shoe?
wheels. Yep. My first set.
The precursor to what are those other things called? The sneakers with the wheels in them that we have nowadays.
Oh, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but I
back,
get it.
back in our day, we got it was a metal thing that had wheels on it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it kind of extended so it could fit your foot. So you would push it over your shoe and make it fit and like lock it in place or whatever. I think there were straps, had wheels on the bottom, and voila, you have yourself a roller skate. And we used to get those all the time. I used to love those things.
Hold on,
Um,
hold on. I'm grabbing a picture for you right now. I will.
Roller skate, yeah. What happened to perfume these days? Said Nancy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't wear perfume, so I don't know. I don't know where we are with perfume these days.
We there's perfume, but um a lot of it's been a lot of men's cologne here lately, but women's cologne is there. It's just you have to go to Victoria's Secret to get it.
Okay.
I like Victoria's Secret's clone. All
Yeah.
right. So here's the roller skates that she was talking about.
Yes! Oh my god.
That was my first pair. I put them on my sneakers, and then I got into. They actually had the roller skate where you had to put the shoe on. It was already there. Those
Does
were the
anybody
metal.
else remember these? Because that is so. It looks like I mean, looking at it, you're like, that looks like some kind of torture item, that you would torture someone with. That's what it looks like. But anyway, yeah, it would fit over your shoes and had the straps. And like in the front, those little clips that kind of hold it on. And you can see how it holds in the middle. You kind of see that space where, you could make it bigger or smaller fit. Oh my God.
I want to tell you though, anything with the metal wheels was not great in California on the sidewalks there, because let me tell you what, those grooves in the concrete, they're slabs and they put that little groove. For one, when you roller skate, it's not a glide. You go, and it's like you're trying to push yourself through.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you hit that groove, you go, boom.
Yeah. It's, then of course, they came out with roller blades much later. And those were a little difficult to learn too, because it was like a lot smaller wheel in the middle of the thing. Yeah. Nancy said yard darts. I don't remember yard darts as much, but when I asked my husband what he remembered about back in the day, yard darts is something that he brought up. And he said they actually had like, I don't know, real darts like on the end of them, like like dangerous, like they were, I don't know. I don't recall yard darts though.
Oh, yard darts, yes. So those are the lovely things. They're like this big and a big feather on them. They have rings. So you put them in the yard, and then you would throw it up in the air and you would try to get it in the ring. The problem is that a lot of us didn't use the rings. We would use our friends or our sisters and brothers. And so run.
Yeah.
And some people got a lawn dart in the head. I had a cousin who did.
There you go.
I was never stupid to do that. Like, if y'all want to play that game, you go on. I'm going to go sit up here and have a drink. I'm going to have a pop.
Yeah. There are so many great topics, and I'm glad we are doing this segment, because I feel like there's just, whether you're young or old, these things are so interesting to look back on. Hi, cheers. So there's so many things to look back on, and the way things were back in the day. Yes. I have a big list of it, so every week I've got something new to talk about. But today was definitely good. Any more topics you wanna bring up?
Oh no, I think we've filled in a good gap today. There's so many things. I mean,
oh my gosh,
the 60s, 70s, and 80s were just so unlike they are today. And Generation X is the last of a lot of things. We had it all. We grew up with rotary phone just like our parents did, and we are now into the cell phones, and we started the internet and the gaming stuff. And, so we have a lot of first and a lot of last that these kids have no idea. So
I know.
So I think we're rolling with that. All right. So how about we get into this day in history? Let's find out what happened today.
Okay.